Hi there, this is Ranjit and I have this Moto G 3rd generation, which is also known as the 2015 edition. And in this video, we'll be doing the unboxing and have a first look at this device. And this Moto G3 is available in two variants. The one we have is the 16GB variant, and also one more is there that is 8GB. But I would strongly advise against going with the 8GB variant because that has only 1GB of RAM, whereas the 16GB version has 2GB of RAM. And regarding the pricing, this one is sold in India via Flipkart for rupees 13,000. I'll have the link for that in the YouTube show notes. If you're buying it, please use that link. It does help the channel. And the 8GB version sells for just 1,000 rupees less, that's 12,000 rupees. And here we have the wall wart, and we also get a headset this time, and the the USB to micro USB cable. So let's look at this one. And again, typical plasticky type, nothing that high quality, but it does have a button here to take or end calls and a microphone also. And interesting thing about the USB charger is that it is dual port, so that is interesting. So you can theoretically charge two devices with this one, so that's a nice thing. And we also have some pamphlets, so let me just show you that. And it's in Hindi and in English also, and the warranty guide. So let's just have a quick look at this one. And it gives you basic idea about the device, and it says that the back cover can be opened and you can put your SIMs inside that. And this is the dual SIM variant that we have, but the battery is sealed inside. And as you can see, we can also add a micro SD card. Micro SD cards up to 32GB are supported on this one. So here we have the new Moto G, and it gives us a basic idea that it has a micro SIM, that it has two SIM cards. And this, let me just quickly take this out. And it is also sort of water resistant because of IPX7 certification. And the camera is supposed to be improved, and it also has 4G support. And initial impressions, I would say, it feels a little bit heavy for a 5-inch device. It weighs 155 grams. And again, here also it says that the back cover can be opened. Let me actually try to open that up, and it says use it like this to open it up. So a little bit tricky, not the easiest to open. Yes, as you can see, this one opens, and we can add our two SIM cards over here and a micro SD card. Micro SD cards up to 32GB are supported. And the interesting thing is that camera is supposed to be improved on this one. It sports a 13-megapixel rear facing camera, and now it has dual LED flash, and it's a dual tone flash. So even when the flash is fired, pictures should come out to be decent. And the front facing camera is supposed to be a 5-megapixel shooter. And on this end we have the volume rocker again. It gives a very good texture. It has a texture on the power button, the volume rocker, and it has a tapered design. If you look at it closely, it's a little bit tapered design. And on the bottom we have the micro USB slot. Here is that indent to easily open the back cover. And again, on this end we have nothing. So let's try to power this on, and this will be the first boot for this device. And obviously it runs Android. It comes with Android Lollipop out of the box, if I'm not wrong. And it sports a 5-inch screen, which is a 720p HD screen. And this looks like the speaker. I'm not very sure if the top one also acts like a speaker. We'll surely know that. And we'll quickly just set this up now. So let's just continue. So I'm connected. Let's just hit next, and it's automatically checking the connection. And this is Android Lollipop that we get. Again, with most Motorola devices, we get almost the stock Android experience. That's the same with this one also. But it has some extra utilities, Motorola specific apps that enhance the features, I would say. And we can add our Google account. We won't do that. I'll just skip that. And we can customize. And again, as I mentioned, if you are buying this Moto G3, just skip the 8GB version and go with the 16GB version, because the 16GB version has 2 gigs of RAM, whereas the 8 gig version just has 1 GB of RAM. So we are almost done. Maybe I'll just, yeah, we are done and it is booted. So it was a fast setup. Again, looks stock Android, as you can see. We do have some apps installed. Obviously, we have the Flipkart app that was pre-installed. And we have these Motorola specific apps. And that's Motorola Migrate and this Moto's specific app. We can customize some stuff. I'll just get back out of, let's get out of that, and Google specific apps over here. So very clean design. Again, that's the advantage with Motorola devices. Let's just go down and and it says that for water resistant features, the back cover should be fitted properly. So it says make sure it's fitted well. So it just warns you, as you can see, for water resistant, you have to make sure the back cover is properly seated. So, oops. So we have that gesture. If you just do this, the camera pops up, just like the Moto X. But anyways, let's just look at it. And if you just scroll down, we have other quick settings that we find on Android Lollipop. We can adjust the brightness from here. Let's go to the settings. And if you go to about, as you can see, we are getting the latest version of Android, that is 5.1.1. So we are getting Android Lollipop out of the box. So that's the advantage with Motorola devices. You get the latest version of Android. And whenever we get Android updates, they are quickly moved to these devices. Let's look at the storage. Here we, oops, let's go to the storage. And out of that 16 gigabytes, we have 11.08 gigabytes. That's almost just about 11 gigabytes that we get. Regarding micro SD card, we can add up to, 32 gigabytes. And looks like USB OTG is supported because it says USB on the go. Let's try this. I have this USB OTG drive. So let's quickly just check if it works. Maybe I need to install a third-party file manager. Yes, but it detected that. As you can see, it detected my USB storage. So that is there. So if I just install a file manager, I'm not sure if a file manager is pre-installed. So you can just install a free file manager that is called ES File Manager. And then you can use USB OTG. So that's nice. USB OTG is there. Let's just unmount it. Let's go back to the storage. And we'll just hit this and unmount it. So that is there. And if we go to display, let's go to display, and we have adaptive brightness, that is auto brightness in Android Lollipop. So that is also there. As you can see, I have enabled that one. And if you just go back, we also have this specific Moto, as I told you, you can customize your device with that. So we have that additional feature. Again, we have 2 SIM cards, and this new Moto G supports 4G LTE also in India. So that's again an improvement. Now, as we are actually connected, let's quickly look at the browser, and we'll also quickly look at the camera, because Motorola has said that they have really improved the camera on this new Moto G3. In fact, they said that, if I'm not wrong, they said that it's using the same camera sensor that was found on the Nexus 6. So let's try, and as of now, it's really responsive. And it's going to the mobile version. Let's switch to the desktop variant. Again, as you can see, really responsive. Pinch to zoom is nice. But one thing I am noticing, the screen looks nice, the viewing angles are nice, but it's slightly on the yellowish side. It's not pure white that I would say. It's slightly on the yellowish side. That's what I have just noticed. And before we continue, let me give you a quick configuration overview. This Moto G is powered by the Snapdragon 410 chipset, which is a quad-core processor clocked at 1.4 GHz. It's based on the ARM Cortex-A53 architecture, which is 64-bit enabled. Regarding GPU, it supports the Adreno 306 GPU. It comes with 2 gigs of RAM for 16 gigabytes model and with 1 gig of RAM for 8 gigabytes model. It also has micro SD card support, a 13 megapixel rear-facing camera, a front-facing 5 megapixel camera, and regarding the screen, it sports a 5-inch 720p screen, and it also has Gorilla Glass 3 protection. Regarding the battery is sealed inside, which is a 2470 milliamp hour battery. And regarding the battery, it is an improvement, I would say, over the earlier Moto G2. The earlier Moto G2 had a 2070 milliamp hour battery, so we get a bump in the battery capacity also, so that's a good thing. And let's also now quickly look at the camera on this device. Again, we had that gesture. If we just do this, yes, the camera just comes and it says we can quick capture, we can zoom in, and you just tap in to an area and it takes the picture. And it's taking the pictures really quickly. Let's look at those pictures. So these are the pictures that we took right now. And in fact, I have to say they look nice. Let's take one more quickly. And I'm sure we can, have enable the tap to, you can change the exposure. So that's nice. So I can just go here and I can, as you can see, I can adjust the exposure easily. So that option is also there. So looks like they have really improved the camera on this new Moto G3. Again, I will be testing the camera a lot more. The front facing camera is also a 5 megapixel shooter, so it will be interesting to see how it performs. Also, some of you have asked me if this one has LED notification light. Let's plug in power to this one and let's see. And it looks like it does not have a physical LED notification light because I have plugged in the power. As you can see, it's charging now, but there is no notification. So physical LED notification light is not present on this one because it has the Moto display. Whenever you get a notification, etc., the screen just lights up, and something like active notification that we saw on the Moto X. So guys, that's it for now for this very quick unboxing of this Moto G3. If you have any specific questions around this device, do post them in the YouTube comments and I'll try to include them in my review. Thanks for watching. This is Ranjit and I hope to see you in my next video.